Hi, I'm Zack from Kid2Kid Tutorials, and right now we're going to be doing quadratic optimization. So today we're going to work on this word problem and find the solutions for these questions. So the problem is, if I drive my car 60 miles per hour on a full tank of gas, it will run 5 hours. For every mile per hour I speed up, the car will run 10 minutes less. For every mile per hour I slow down, the car will run 10 minutes more. So let's go to A. Suppose I speed up by x miles per hour, where x is negative if I slow down. In terms of x, for how many hours will my car run? So let's see what we know about this word problem. So let's go to what we know from the word problem. So we know that when you drive at a constant rate of 60 miles per hour on a full tank of gas, the car will drive for 5 hours. And we also know every 1 mile per hour above 60 miles per hour, the car runs 10 minutes less. And every 1 mile per hour below 60 miles per hour, the car runs 10 minutes more. So let's use that to solve the problem. So we have 10x. So the reason we got 10x was because 10 was the number of minutes less when you speed up. So x is the number of miles you speed up over 60 miles per hour. So the reason, and then we divided by 60. So the reason we divide by 60 is because there's 60 minutes in an hour. So then that equals, if we simplify it out, x over 6 hours. So now here we have 60 plus x, 60 miles per hour, plus the number, how fast it goes, or over 60 miles per hour, or how slow it goes. And if it goes slow, then the x would be negative. So 60 plus x, 60 miles per hour, plus the number of how much it speeds up over 60 miles per hour equals the speed. And now we go here, 5 minus x over 6. So we got the x over 6 from there because that was the number of hours, and it can go while speeding up. And this is the number of hours it will go if you go at a constant rate of 60 miles per hour. So we have 5 hours minus x over 6 hours equals the amount of time car will run. So remember, A was 5 minus x over 6. Now we go to B. In terms of x, how far can I drive on one tank of gas? So we go here. So remember the stuff we had, 60 plus x was equal to the speed, and 5 minus x over 6 was the amount of time the car will run when it's over 60 miles per hour. So we have that, and we can simplify that out. So 60 times 5 is 300. So 60 times 5 is 300. 60 times negative x over 6 is negative 60 over x. And then we simplify that into negative 10x. So we have 300 minus 10x, and then x times 5 is 5x, so plus 5x. Okay, so x times negative x over 6. So that is negative x squared over 6. So we have that all there. Now we simplify it out. So negative 10x, so the only like terms are negative 10x and 5x. So negative 10x plus 5x is negative 5x. And then we organize the equation to make it easier. So negative x squared over 6 minus 5x plus 300 is the amount of time we can run on a 1 tank of gas. So we've done B. Now let's move on to C. So what is the longest distance I can drive on 1 tank of gas? So we go to C. And notice that we use the equation for B in order to solve C. So we have this equation, and we can factor a negative 1/6 out of it, and we get negative 1/6 times x squared plus 30x plus 300. Now in order to complete the square, we add 15 squared, and we also subtract 15 squared and multiply that by a 1/6 in order to balance out the equation. Because if we change it, then it's not going to be the same equation anymore. So we have this negative 1/6 times x squared plus 30x plus 15 squared plus 1/6 minus 15 squared and negative 15 squared. If we simplify that out, we get positive 225. So 1/6 times 225 plus 300. So we can simplify that out further. So negative 1/6, and we complete the square, and we get x plus 15, that whole thing squared, and then plus 675 divided by 2. And then to find the solution, we do 675 divided by 2, and that equals 337.5 miles. So we solved C. Now solve D. So D is, how fast must I drive in order to go the distance found in C? Where we got from C 337.5 miles as the distance we can drive on a full tank of gas. So now let's use that into D. So we have the expression negative 1/6 times x plus 15 squared, and that must be equal to 0. So therefore, x plus 15 must be equal to 0. So in order to make that into 0, x needs to be equal to negative 15. And then the whole expression and equation is equal to 0. So then we have 60 miles per hour minus 15 equals 45 miles per hour. So as you can see, we started going down these problems, and we used the same equations from step by step to find solutions for each other problem. So here we got the equation 6 plus x, 60 plus x, and 5 minus x over 6. And then we use that in this equation to find negative x squared over 6 minus 5x plus 300. And then we use that same thing in C to find this expression, negative 1/6 times x plus 15 squared and 337.5 miles, which is the distance you can drive on a full tank of gas. And then we took that expression and put it into D in order to solve it. So this is all a series of steps, and it's a process of finding real-life problems. Thank you for watching Kid2Kid Tutorials. And if you like our videos, please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.